So if you have to disidentify, disengage with this life, this individuality, that doesn't mean that you don't provide anything, you don't work. You work, but you don't work. On one hand, there is someone whose name is Marco Turo, or whose name is Mahendranath, or someone. Not Mahendranath. Mahendranath is someone who is absolutely spiritual. This is
Mhm.
Marco, who has identity, who has life, who needs to work to live the life, who needs money for food, accommodation, who need money for safety, for security, health security, for financial security, right?
All right.
But these all needs are not for Mahendranath, but for Marco. Always remember.
Yeah, that's a difference, big difference.
Mahendranath is one who has completely died.
Yes.
Mahendranath is one who is beyond everything, who doesn't have even name Mahendranath also,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So this new identification, this new one, who is actually no one, you have to give a birth to a new person who is beyond everything, who doesn't have body, who is not born, who is not born.
Mhm.
What is born is Marco,
Yeah.
not even Mahendranath. You're not born. So if you can see this thing clearly with full confidence, then only the physical pain or pleasure also, not only pain, you have to identify with pleasure also.
Hmm.
So this is impossible to just identify with pain and keep pleasure. This is impossible. If you want to keep pleasure, then you will have to keep pain also.
Yeah.
But normally people are very clever. They want to disengage, they want to unidentify with pains, but they want to grasp the pleasurable things. And this is something which keeps bound you with this word. And you have to practice this thing while you are eating. When you are eating, then don't take taste in the food. If your tongue is tasting, just say, this is not my I'm tasting, right?
Mhm.
If you see any beauty, don't let the impression of beauty go in you. Let it be superficial, not deep, not
Not
profound.
entering. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't grasp anything. Don't grasp taste. Don't grasp beauty. Don't grasp any, you know, good or bad sound.
Hmm.
But it is very difficult, but easy. You have to practice this when you are eating, when you are listening, when you are, meeting such things, confronting such things.
Yeah. I realize I'm always going more down, more down, more down for what concerns this. Um, I'm not that happy anymore. I'm more stable, but I'm also not that sad anymore. Much more just okay. Bad news, but could be also good news. Who knows?
Yeah, that's good sign. That is good sign. If you find stability, stillness amid tribulations also, this is a good sign. But you have to keep checking.
Mm.
Am I getting influenced by any sensual objects? We have six senses.
Mm.
Five senses physical and sixth is mental. And none of these sensual objects should influence ourselves, should create any impression on ourselves. Nothing should impress us. Nothing.
Mm.
Nothing should disturb us, whether good or bad. There's not only bad things which disturb us, but also good things also disturb us.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But normally people don't know that good things can disturb us. People think that good things make us feel happy, but that's not actually
Not
happiness.
necessarily, no, because then we want always more. It's not enough.
Yes. So this is very technical, this is very systematic, this is very scientific. That if you want to overcome the life issues, if you want to remain uninfluenced, unaffected by the physical pain, then you have to practice in the pleasure also, remaining unaffected by pleasures.
Mm.
Then only you can remain in equanimity in pain
Yeah.
also.
Yes. Yes.
So what is crux? What is the you know technique? What is the core practice or the main practice is equanimity. You have to practice equanimity
Hmm.
in everything. Firstly, in good things, then in bad things also.
Yeah. Does it means that if somebody asks me, how are you? It would be wrong to say, I'm okay, I'm good.
Yes,
You should not.
exactly, exactly. So in such situations, you just smile. Just keep smiling.
Okay.
Neither good nor bad. But sometimes they force you to say something. Say, okay, everything is perfectly fine. What does it mean? Means from spiritual perspective, everything is fine. Even if you are in pain, that is
Yeah.
also fine. Even if you are in pleasure, that is also fine. Because everything is perfectly right from nature perspective. Nature is always right. Nature is always perfect. Even nature is giving us pain also. Even if nature is giving failure to us, failure to us, but that
Mm.
is perfectly fine because nature is super justice. Nature never does wrong to anybody. We can misunderstand nature, but nature never misunderstands us. Nature gives us what is best for us.
Mhm.
Therefore, from that perspective, we must say always perfect, perfectly
Perfect.
fine. Even you are in challenges, even you are in unequal, uneven situations, unfavorable situations, you always say from core of heart, from bottom of your heart, yes,
That's
right,
But
okay, nature.
is it normal that in certain situation, like when I get a bad news, it takes me a few hours just to realize what's happening, to digest it, and then not being negative, not being negative, but just to, oh wow, yeah, you're somehow a kind of a little shock because of this news, but then you don't want to react. You just okay. I try to keep it neutral, and once it's digested, then I can be, yeah, I can say, yeah, it's perfect. But at the moment, in the precise moment, you are not really understanding what's happening. You don't know the effects. You cannot imagine the effects that this news has on your life or on whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is also a standard, a criterion. If any bad news comes and you get disturbed, that means that you are not in equanimity. First thing. Second thing, if that remains for a minute or for an hour, the duration of that impression also depends on your enlightenment,
Yes.
on your spiritual awakening, on your realization of the reality,
Mm.
on the perfection of your equanimity, on the mastery of your equanimity. If you are the master of equanimity, then that will come and will pass like an arrow comes and passes into the space.
Actually, yesterday, it's very strange. Yesterday, I did dynamic meditation. And after this shaking and everything, very strongly, I entered into meditation. And then I had visualizations. I saw things. I was in the middle of a war. I was in the middle of a tornado. I was, but it did not touch me. I did not have any emotions, zero. So I was just watching, looking, and letting go.
That's great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So these are the signs that you are developing. You are developing. So what you have to practice is mastery on equanimity.
Mm-hmm.
And in Sanskrit, it's called samta, samata.
Samatha.
So Buddha has taught to his advanced disciples two things, vipassana and samata. Vipassana is mindfulness
Mm-hmm.
or meditation, and samata is equanimity. Buddha says equanimity is fruit of meditation or mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
equanimity or spirituality. If anybody is spiritual and there is no equanimity, that means that person is not spiritual at all.
Mm-hmm.
So spirituality can be proved, can be checked in degree of the equanimity. If you have 10% equanimity, means you are 10% a spiritual person.
Mm.
Yes, if you have 50% equanimity, that means you are 50% a spiritual person. So spirituality is equal to equanimity.
Yeah. Oh.
The more equanimous you are, the more universal you are, the more truthful you are, the more tuned with the divine you are, the cosmos, the nature you are. You're in tuning with the nature. Nature wants us to remain in equanimity.
Yes.
If failure comes, okay. If success comes, okay. If praise comes, okay. If blame comes, okay. Without getting any disturbed, without moving up or down,
Yeah.
not moving, just remaining still.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing should move us. No praise nor blame should move us. No success nor failure should move us. No health or unhealth should move us. Just a moment. Give me a. Yes. So, Mahendranath, if you practice this thing, then you'll become so stronger. Even physical afflictions also won't affect you much.
Mm-hmm.
Physical pain or psychological pain won't affect you. No suffering will affect you. So this is only solution of sufferings, whether physical, emotional, psychological, or anything. And this will make you a spiritual person. And if you become a spiritual person, then universe will always work in your favor. The nature always will work in your favor. The whole world.
Works on. Mm-hmm. Guruji, what is this explanation if somebody ignores me, totally ignores me, and I'm suffering? Does it mean that my ego is suffering?
Yes, yes, yes. Ego.
This is ego, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'm
Exactly.
attached to this person, right?
Yes, exactly. So whether ignoring or accepting, praising also.
Nothing should touch me.
Yes, nothing should affect you. Nothing. Don't give value. If anybody is ignoring, you just ignore.
Hmm.
This is called upeksha in Sanskrit. Upeksha. Upeksha is just you have to ignore everyone, your friends and your enemies also.
Is there a training? Is there some technique to do that? Is this the same technique than
Same
this
technique.
mantra that you gave me, right? The
The same
same.
technique that you don't take anything, you don't grasp, don't take anything. If someone is honoring you, someone is worshiping you, adoring you, just take, just nothing
For
is
me,
happening.
for
Similarly,
me, it's
yeah,
much more easy to ignore if somebody is admiring me. It's more easy to say, "Oh, I don't care," because I
yeah.
don't need it. I don't need that.
Mhm, mhm.
But I think that if somebody ignores me, I think I do connect it with the dead. I'm not existing. He's ignoring me, so I'm not existing. Means I'm dead, and perhaps I'm still afraid of death, and this makes that I overreact on that.
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. So what happens in practical worlds? You have to show the gestures. In practical world, we have to do some drama. Actually, when you become a spiritual, then you have to refrain from drama also. You just
Yeah.
say, what I am, I am. And naturally, the love, caring, loving nature, caring nature will reflect in you. Although you are in equanimity, but still you care. Still you care the positivity, for the positivity.
Hmm.
If anything, there is a negativity, you just say namaste. Sorry. Okay, don't waste your time.
Hmm.
Don't waste your time. Every second is very precious, even if you don't have anything to do,
Yes.
even if you don't have any work. But every second is precious. Every minute is precious. Just spend in nothingness, spend in samadhi, and you'll find when you are in samadhi, then hours and hours are spent. You know,
Yeah.
an hour become 1 minute in
I think
samadhi.
this now I remember when I was with Harish in this cave close to Rishikesh. We entered in the cave to meditate, and for me it was like a few minutes, but it was hours passed. I was like, oh my God, it's not possible.
Yes. So this is the power of meditation. This is the power of absorption.
Yeah.
When you are absorbed, hours go like a minute.
Yeah.
So people who practice absorption, called samadhi, called meditation, I love to use this word, absorption. You
Mm-hmm.
remain absorbed into nothingness. You are utilizing the time more preciously.
Mm-hmm.
You are giving the time, the most things, the most valuable things to the world.
Mm-hmm.
You are valuing the time actually. Spending time in watching drama, watching TV shows, or watching
Mm-hmm.
any entertainment shows, anything is not utilizing the time.
Yeah.
Even using the time for prayers and all this stuff in name of spiritual practices are also not real spiritual practices. What is real spiritual practice is just silence, absorption into nothingness, nirvana
Mm-hmm.
is the best utilization of time. And that
Definitely.
will make you someone who is universal, who is an embodiment of the nature, Tathata, suchness, the truth, the just, the divine. These are the different names.
Yeah.
Suchness, Tathagata. We have to become a Tathagata. Tathagata is one who lives in Tathata.
Hmm. Yeah.
Means, yes, suchness in the moment. And your moment will become very vast, vast. You know, your joy will become so dense, so
Mm.
strong. This joy cannot be, beaten by any sensual joys.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. The joy of nirvana, the joy of absorption is very stronger, very, very stronger than sensual joys.
Hmm.
And I'm very happy to see, to know that you are experiencing these things. Like you have mentioned that during dynamic meditation, you experience such things. And also in your life, sometimes when such things come, you're not so much affected. But still, some instances affect you, like ignoring or,
Yeah.
sometimes physical pain, these things. There you have to practice what? This equanimity. You have to practice this, you know, yes, transcendental state, nirvana, suchness, tathata, enlightenment, supreme state of consciousness,
Hmm.
the most adorable state of consciousness, the highest standard of life.
Yeah. I will do that, Guruji.
And if anybody can manage to live in this state, you'll find that the most complicated things will be unraveling, will becoming very uncomplicated.
Yeah.
Slowly, slowly, things will become very easy. Everything will become very easy
Hmm.
because the entire existence has come in your favor.
Yeah.
When the entire existence in your favor, then nothing wrong can happen to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes the effects of our negative karmas done in the past come on the way. Let us accept smilingly. Don't try to, don't try to, you know,
To fight
go
against, no.
this. Don't try to run away from that.
No.
If you'll run away, if you'll try to run away, if you'll try to escape, that is no escape from the fruit of our karma. There is no
Yeah.
escape. Even if you go into the water, even if you go into the space, even if you go into the heaven,
Karma is
the
following.
fruit of your karma also will, chase you,
Yeah.
good or bad. So what happens? We do good karma and we forget. We do bad karma, we forget. So both karmas are coming. Only you can burn all the karmas by practicing nirvana. By practicing nirvana. When you are in nirvana, strongly, well established in nirvana, those things again will come. Those things still will come, but they won't affect
Yeah.
you. You smilingly accept everything. Smilingly. Even deadly pain,
Yeah.
smilingly. And slowly, 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 your all karma will be exhausted.
Hmm.
But now, when you are nirvana, then you don't create any new karma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You create karma when there is someone in you that creates karma. When there is no one to create karma. There is no doer.
Hmm.
There is no new story. You're not creating any new story.
Yeah.
You say, hey, it is enough. I have created already so many stories. Let me now, refrain from them. Let me withdraw myself from creating any story. No bondage, no new bond. Tear asunder all the bondages. Tear
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
all the bondages. All break all the bondages. Break all the commitments. No commitments. Sorry, Tata bye bye, all the commitments. No commitments of relationships, of anything, of works, of anything. Slowly, slowly,
Yeah.
slowly, slowly. And you'll find things will naturally come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You think and things will come. Because that thought is not yours, is of the universe.
Yeah.
Now you are no more. But this thing has to happen in reality.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make this happen as soon as possible, whenever you want. This is we who are very clever, who are very dramatist, who are very good actors,
Mm-hmm.
who just blame to the nature, to other ones. We don't blame ourselves. We don't have learned to blame ourselves. We always blame others.
Yeah. It's easier.
Yeah, yeah. So we have to blame our karma, ourselves. And slowly we have to get rid of the blaming ourselves also.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened, happened because of ignorance.
Yeah.
Don't regret too much. If you are regretting too much, then your energy will be spoiling.
Yeah.
Will not be able to fight, will not be able to face them with a smile, but will
Mm-hmm.
be crying, you will be sad, right?
Right.
So we have to train ourselves in these practices. And these are the ultimate practices of yoga, spirituality, mindfulness, meditation, holistic life. And such a person becomes a perfect yogi, perfect meditation practitioner, a perfect spiritual one, a perfect holistic healer, a perfect everyone, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just practice this thing and you will find that the problems of your life will be slowly, slowly becoming very, very, you know, disappeared. Slowly
Yes.
they will disappear.
Yeah.
Everywhere find just joy, 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 happiness, true joy, true happiness, which are not sensual, which are not, of this world, but of nirvanic world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Guruji. It was really a very, very big pleasure. Just to see you, it's already very nice. And your words help me a lot. I feel reinforced, remotivated. It's not that I let it go, I'm continuously. Sometimes I think that I do too much, that I need, that less is more. I have the impression sometimes that I should more be just be. Um, but it was very, very helpful. Thank you very much, Guruji.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome. And I'm not available with you always in person, but the Lankavatara Sutra is always available with you. You can
I
keep
will,
that in your cell phone also.
yes, I will
Even you
take it
can
now again.
watch on your way whenever you are.
Yes.
So Lankavatara Sutra, the words of that sutra are the words of me, are the words of my masters, are the words of all the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters, the supreme words. Just
Yeah.
open any chapter, any page, just plunge, and
Yes.
you'll be out of situation.
I will do that. Thank you for your advice.
Sure.
Thank you, Guruji.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. So in the future also, whenever you find that even book is also not helping you, technology are also helping you, we can schedule a meeting and we can, you know, work on
It's
that.
very, very kind of
Okay,
you.
so my best wishes for you,
Thank
for your
you.
health, for your life, for everything.
For you too. Thank you. Oh.